one must go inland to gather water and grow food. For these sought allures, they were the supreme rulers whose people had to bring them what they needed. When these sought allures were overthrown and the period of Nanamarkis began, the Nanamarkis lived at Nanmadal, but they had to gather their water and grow their food themselves, causing them to eventually abandon Nanmadal. The materialists contend that the island inhabitants constructed this city using massive manpower, rafts, ropes, and rollers. They can't prove this because numerous attempts to reproduce such efforts have failed. Nevertheless, like similar theories about the building of the Great Pyramids or Stonehenge, which also cannot be recreated, the theories are still touted as true because, after all, there's no other explanation allowable in the scientist mythology. Don't support the materialists as usual. These still existing structures have been calculated to measure 750,000 metric tons. If the total population of 35,000 were used 24/7, 365, which would preclude any other activities like getting food, shelter, and raising children, they might have been able to do 2,000 tons in a year. Optimistic assessment. At such a rate, it would have required 3 centuries to complete Nanmadal. So, what was the real purpose of Nanmadal? And how did they make this place with primitive tools? These questions have puzzled scientists for centuries. Some 26 feet above the structure's base are found 3 of the largest stones ever employed by man. Each of these stones measures 10 feet thick, 13 feet high, and is over 60 feet long. Knowing the density of limestone permits weight estimates of over 1.2 million pounds. Some people with impressive engineering skills cut, dressed, and moved these immense stone blocks from a quarry 1/4 of a mile away. A walk to this quarry introduces the observer to the monolith, an even larger block of limestone, 13 feet 5 inches, 15 feet 6 inches, and 69 feet 11 inches. The monolith weighs in at over 2 million pounds. In comparison, the larger stones used in the Great Pyramid tip the scales at only 400,000 pounds. Forget the ancient airplanes, the ancient helicopters, the world maps. This alone should set the standard primitive man to advanced man, and then to civilization, scientific dogma out of view. Look.
no one knows who built it. It's yours. It's moving back. Some things went all the way out.
Well, he found the giant building so enormous as to shatter every other thought, and yet to fill the mind with only trouble. The stones are unnecessarily large. Why would anyone cut and move them to build a platform unless they had the technology to do that easily? You don't spend the resources of a kingdom to build a platform. Today's cranes could elevate such stones, but they couldn't move them. In theory, you could design crawler cranes that would allow to elevate and transport the stones, but for the purpose, you'd also need to build a special road with perfectly smooth surface. What if this ancient site was built by an ancient civilization that had in their possession advanced technology? Technology that's now lost. A technology that even possibly helped create many other megalithic sites across the world.
What the fuck?
Why did you put the neck on the mic, nigger?
Oh, I broke it.
Knowing that
I hit it. Hit it. I wanted to see how long you would notice it. You gotta just throw it away. It's broke.
From a technological point of view, the Great Pyramid was made using more advanced technology than that of today's civilization. For example, a piece of copper is lower temple stone next to Sphinx weighs about 200 tons. It says that there are only 2 cranes that can carry the weight of 200 tons in the United States, but a few hundred of 200-ton class stones were used in the solar temple. The chief of the crane that lifted a 200-ton boiler in Long Island, New York, said they probably had a lot of stone.
Pinwheel Galaxy found.